don't know. I really think I could actually be a psychic medium if I open myself up to that, which I don't, because that's spooky in a different way. Freaks me out. I always like go back and forth between, am I a psychic medium or am I having a mental breakdown? Like, is this a mentee breakdown? Hopefully it's just psychic medium, but only time can tell. But anyways, I really enjoy watching people do their makeup while they're talking about spooky stuff. So today, you're gonna get ready with me while I get ready to do nothing. And we're gonna talk about my paranormal experiences, or really the one that stuck with me the most and creeps me out to this day. Like, it gives me the heebie-jeebies just like thinking about it. Let's just get started. Let me just put my hair up. Let's see how hairy my armpits are before I raise them. I'm gonna start with primer. I don't know if, let me preface this. I am not a makeup artist. I'm just doing my makeup for fun. I just want to play around with it a little bit while I talk. I'm gonna start with the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. Just in case you guys want to know what I'm using. I like to know what people are using when they do their makeup. So I've had weird stuff happen to me pretty much all my life, like as long as I can remember. Paranormal shit. But a few have really stuck with me more than others. I'll just give like a very mini backstory. Very mini. I was about, I want to say 13 years old, and truthfully, this was the darkest point in my life. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but my siblings and I have 3 siblings, I have 2 sisters and a little brother. We were living in this apartment with our very abusive father, and yeah, just a real not good time. But anyway, so one night, it was really late. It was probably like about 3 a.m. or something. I don't use foundation. I can't be bothered. I just go in with some concealer, and this is e.l.f. It's pretty good, but I definitely got a shade that's a little too white for me. Of course, it's 3 a.m. It's always 3 a.m. when weird shit happens. I'm on the couch with my little brother. I'm 13 at the time, so if I'm 13, he's like 5. And we were watching one of his favorite shows at the time. I don't remember what it was, but I think it had something to do with like airplanes, I think. And our father was at work. Both of my sisters were asleep in the rooms which were behind us. I was starting to feel tired. It was a school night, and I was like, oh shoot, it's 3 a.m. Maybe I should go to bed. And then I realized my little brother next to me, he had already fallen asleep. So I was like, all right, like, let me go turn off the TV. And of course, like always, we could never find the remote. It was like either in the couch or like under the giant clothes pile on the other couch. It was just, we never could find it. So we had to do everything manually on the TV, you know, like the little control panel or whatever on the TV. That's what I did. I got up, walked over to the TV, like it's a pretty short walk to the TV from the couch. And then I was kind of like, you know, like crouching over, trying to find like the off button in the dim lighting of the apartment. You know, those like old, like, I don't know if fluorescent's the right word, but those like really dull, like yellow lights. There was one in the kitchen, like very close to me, and then there was one behind me in the hallway. And that was the only light, so it was very dim. You know, I'm tired, so it took me like a second to find it. And then I did, and I shut off the TV, and the screen goes black. And after the screen goes black, something catches my eye. in the reflection, like in the black reflection of the TV. Something in the hallway. The hallway that's like right behind me, like it was couch. The couch is pressed up against the wall like this. So I'm the couch, I'm on the wall. And then right here, this would be hallway. And then let's say the phone is the TV. So I'm looking and something catches my eye right here. And I just noticed like a dark figure, and my first thought was, oh, like my older sister, she woke up and she's wearing like this black cloak we had. We got these black cloaks from Walmart for Halloween, like these like witchy black cloaks. That was my initial thought. But then I was like, why is she just standing there though? Like, is she trying to like scare me? But then I quickly realized like, that's like, my sister is like a lot shorter than that. That's too tall to be my sister. And then I very quickly realized that it didn't have any feet. Like, it was just hovering off the ground like a good 6 inches. And like, you know when you're so scared, like you cannot do anything? Frozen with fear, pretty much. And I'm just looking, and it didn't have a face. It was just like cloak and like darkness. The hallway light was on, like remember I was telling you? And it was just like this like dim yellow light though. But still, I saw nothing. I think it was in that doorway where my little sister was sleeping, and it was just like standing there or hovering there, I guess. And it wasn't looking at me, it was just, or that I know of, Jesus. But it was just standing there. But then, like, I'm still just looking at it, I'm not even breathing. And it just slowly starts to, like, so slowly. Ugh. And of course I'm just thinking, oh God, is like gonna come over to me. But it just glides or like floats down the hallway and then just disappears behind the wall to the room where my older sister is sleeping. And I still couldn't move. I'm still trying to like wrap around like my head around like, what did I just witness? Like, what is this? You know when your head like just starts to feel like hot and prickly? And then finally I got up and I ran out the living room to this room we had off the corner. And as I was shutting the door though, my conscience caught up with me, and I was like, damn. Like, I can't just leave my siblings out there. Like, my little brother is defenseless, like as a 5-year-old just on the couch. So I was like, all right, I need to muster up some courage right now. And somehow I did. And so very slowly I came out the room and I just started to basically search the entire apartment, like anywhere someone could hide, because even though it was like floating off the ground and obviously wasn't a person, that hadn't like fully sunk in yet. Right now I'm still like, oh shit, I just saw someone walking across the hallway, or like someone's in the house, you know? So I'm just like looking, opening every closet, looking behind everything. And it was a very small apartment, so like there was not that many places someone could hide. But then I finally made it to the hallway. I take a deep breath, check on my little sister, and then go to the room that it seemingly disappeared into. And my older sister was still in there asleep, and it was just like a bunk bed and a closet in there. So I'm just like, all right. And I opened the closet, nothing. Like, nothing was there. Even the energy, it felt different. I didn't sense anything there anymore. So I started to calm down a little bit, but then I started to kind of replay it back in my mind and being like, that panic started coming in, like, okay, wait, so it wasn't a person, like, what was that? So there was a bathroom in the middle of those two rooms. So I went in there and like locked the door, like started to hide in there a little bit and just be like, what the fuck? But then I started to feel bad again about leaving my little brother out alone in the living room. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna leave him with the ghosts. I went back into the living room and I went back up to the TV, but this time I shut my eyes. I was not about to look into the reflection again. And I turned it back on and sat back on the couch and probably watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians and just stayed up the rest of the night like I was not sleeping. And one thing I can tell you to this day, you will not catch me looking into the reflection of a TV. And if I accidentally do for a second, I'm like, no. But I never saw it again, or anything paranormal that was that vivid. You know what I mean? Like, that you could think, oh, that's a person right there. And the only thing giving it away was that it's floating. The only other times I could see stuff that's like more like that was during my like sleep paralysis, which that's a whole different video that I should do, because I've had like a whole sleep paralysis journey. It's gotten a lot better though. But interestingly enough, the first time I ever got sleep paralysis was in the room where my older sister was sleeping in, that I saw it disappear into. So, coincidence? I don't know. And I'm done telling my spooky ghost story. And I've been talking for 16 minutes. And all I've done is put on concealer and blush. Oh my god. But definitely let me know if you've had any paranormal experiences in the comments. Because it's gonna freak me out reading it, but I would definitely love to hear about it. It's not fun when it's happening to you. It's very scary. But I've always really enjoyed watching ghost hunting shows, especially Ghost Adventures. My phone so rudely cut out while I was doing my eyeliner. And y'all, I just can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to clean up the storage. So I'm gonna just end it here. I did the rest of my eyeliner off camera. My makeup today, not gonna lie, it's not my best, but it's also not my worst. But oh yeah, before I was so rudely interrupted by my phone, I was saying my favorite ghost hunting shows was always Ghost Adventures, and then more recently I really started to like Kindred Spirits. Let me know your favorite ghost hunting shows. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already and you're just a spooky ghoul like me, make sure to subscribe so we can be spooky friends. I need to work on my endings, my outros. But until next time, stay safe and be spooky. Bye.